What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Sneakerhead 213. Before I move forward, hit that like button, comment down below, let me know your feedback. Lastly, hit the notification bell if you're a new viewer. Subscribe if you're a new viewer also. With that out of the way, let's get started right away to this really cool review. But before I start with the review, let me know how you guys did on that Yeezy drop. I took multiple L's online. It was pretty sad. I even had my nephew, who's the camera guy right now, helping me out. We all struck out. We had multiple devices on. We did all the tricks in the book and we still struck out. But the reason I think that happened was because a lot of people were using the same strategies and tactics for this drop that a lot of the YouTubers out there were suggesting. So pretty much, in other words, a lot of people gave too much of their secrets away, and so the viewers and subscribers used it themselves, and so obviously it worked because a lot of people were copying multiple pairs. However, there were a few glitches within the Adidas website I'm speaking specifically about right now, because a lot of the processing and payment options weren't coming up when you would go through the splash screen. For example, there was a few people that inboxed me on that Instagram, and they were letting me know that they couldn't find the PayPal paying option because they were trying to avoid their card getting declined, by just running their regular credit card. So let me know how you guys did. Let me know your feedback on that. Were you able to cop? I'm currently looking for a size 10.5. This is a size 10 of those Yeezys. So I'm looking for a size 10.5 to swap. Just do a straight swap, no fees included, because obviously you're gonna have the shoe in return. So yeah, let me know if you guys have a 10.5. I suggest right off the bat, if you're going with these specific Yeezys, go up a whole size. So I'm a size 9.5. That's my true size. I would have to go up to a 10.5, but I went up to a 10, but it's still kind of tight around the toe box, even with the sole removed. And I wore them just to like walk around my room and the living room where I have carpet. And I gotta admit, they were pretty tight. Like it was hurting my toes. So I desperately need that 10.5. If not, I'll just wait for these to pretty much go back up in value, because I don't know if you guys know this, but Yeezy Mafia tweeted supposedly that there will be no more Yeezy 350 V2 lineup releasing any longer. So that means they're gonna come out with a new Yeezy to replace that one. With that comes new hype. So with that comes more value to these eventually over time. So if you do have a lot of pairs out there, you hold on to them. That's what I would suggest. Wait for the value to go back up a few $100s. Then I would say let go of your pairs if you really want to resell them. But with that out of the way, let's get started right away to this video. Let me show you the receipt, because a lot of you trolls always want to see it. There's a receipt. I'm not going to show you my member ID number. There's the Champ's bag. Unfortunately, guys, there's only like 3 stores, retail stores, and I'm talking about like, just Foot Locker, Foot Action, Champs, Finish Line. There's only 3 stores in this entire city where I live at that have Yeezys every time there's a Yeezy drop. Like, for example, it's only on exclusive GR Yeezys too. We didn't get the McChicken Yeezys, and we don't have an Adidas store here. We have an Adidas outlet store, but that's way different and just more like generic Adidas shoes. They don't even have Ultra Boost in that Adidas outlet here, so that kind of sucks. But anyways, you see a regular Boost text there with the cardboard box. 350 there. Right here says Yeezy Boost 350, and it says made by Adidas, adidas.com/Kanye. Adidas branding there. On the bottom is blank. This side is blank, which is kind of weird. I feel like they should have added something, but yeah. And today we are doing the review on the Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2, and these are being called the Blue Tint, and that's actually what it says on the box. It says Blue Tint, GRTHR/HARER. So I don't know what the heck that is pretty much short for, but yeah, this is how your box should look at everything, just in case. When you open up the box, guys, you're just hit with that regular cardboard type paper, but it's kind of glossy. It has like a glossy finish to it on the outside. On the inside is a little bit more dull. These are always double wrapped, which I really like. And here it is, guys, the Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Blue Tints. Very nice. I would say this is probably one of my favorite colorways of the year, aside from the dark gray Beluga 2.0s, and aside from the breads. The first Yeezy I ever, you know, pretty much was able to get through the Adidas website when I really got into shoes was the breads. Those were the first Yeezys I ever got, and I regretted selling them because I realized how much their value was worth. But yeah, guys, let's get that thumbnail real quick. Let's try to get a thumbnail, and let's get started with this really cool review. My specific pair didn't come with a little liner sticker that you usually see, but that's not a big deal. Don't worry about that. So yeah, I got these from Champs. I was able to snag them through the, you know, Champs reservation app, and yeah. So here they are, guys. As I mentioned before, really nice shoe. There's a few things I really want to mention when I'm doing this review that I make sure I clear up, because a lot of the reviews online were very incorrect about it. So these dropped this past Saturday, so yesterday. Today is Sunday, and they were more of kind of like a GR release. But with GRs, you got to consider people are going to be wanting to snag themselves multiple pairs, so it makes it more you know, difficult for people like myself who want to get multiple pairs to both resell and to, you know, store for later. But anyways, one of the first things I noticed about this colorway is the blue tint, obviously, but the blue tint around this I don't know what you want to call it, sock liner, or, you know, just around this lining here. You can obviously see it has like a really like light sky bluish icy blue tint to it. So that's really cool. And then it has the 3M Adidas stripes there in whites, and then it has that nylon padding in the inside liner. And I'll show you the insole too, guys. The insole right here also has kind of like a, it's not really a blue tint to it, but it has its own grayish tint to it. So anyways, one thing I wanted to talk about was this right here, the St. Pablo Loves You 350 text there. Someone was saying that this was like a hot orange. I disagree. In the light, it is honestly like a red, like a really bright red, or almost like a hot red. But it's not orange at all. I think that just comes with people's eyes, you know, when you're colorblind, or, you know, just see different shades of red, a different color. But this is in fact, you know, like a really hot red color, or like a just red orange color. So I just want to clarify that. Also, another thing that I was noticing online was a lot of the reviewers on this shoe were saying that there was blue hints on the upper, and if you can get a little bit closer for this, there are no blue hints on this upper. Like, I don't know where they're saying there's blue hints on it. There is like a shade similar to the shoelaces. These round shoelaces here are like a very light grayish blue, or like an icy blue color. There are those kind of hints here in between every zebra detail right here with these gray, you know, lines right here. But there isn't no blue tint that I'm seeing at all. Like, I don't know what those people were talking about, but there isn't any at all. So that's kind of strange. The only thing I can talk about is pretty much it has a zebra, you know, striping, and the stripes are in a very light gray, or a, you know, a darker gray if you want to call it. And then in between those zebra lines is more of like this you know, like this off gray color here in between. So yeah, there isn't no blue tints hints on this, or sprinkled around here like some YouTubers were saying. And then right here from the toe box all the way up towards this, which acts kind of like a tongue, is a you know, X stitching there, and it is stitched in a dark gray thread, if you can see it right there. And also the inner liner, after you remove the insole, it's pretty much your NMD R1 liner. What else, guys? The pull tab is slightly a different color than, you know, this gray right here, or this, you know, off grayish color here, but it still kind of matches with the whole shoe colorway. And it feels like this little pull tab is a little bit smaller than the other Yeezys. To me, it does at least, because I could barely fit my 2 fingers in here, and I have skinny hands, so it was pretty tight fit here. And then you see that crisscross X stitching there with that dark gray thread there. The midsole guy, this is the branding here, by the way, the tags. That's what it should look if you did get your pair from Champs, guys. The midsole, guys, is pretty much like a similar colorway and tint to the shoelaces. Is very similar. And on the back here, as you can see, it kind of looks a little bit yellow, but that's because the outsole is meant to connect to the midsole here. So you see it has a little tint, a little bit slightly off. On the midsole here is the same way. You can kind of see the boost. It has a translucent midsole, so you can kind of see the boost material right here. On the outsole, guys, this is your regular 350 V2 outsole, and it is pretty much the same tint as the midsole is, with just a little bit more of a yellow, you know, kind of color to it. Has Adidas right here branding, and then you can see like the boost through the outsole here, and you can actually feel it. It says boost here. Other than that, guys, it's pretty much your regular 350 V2 silhouettes. And if what Yeezy Mafia is saying, guys, I feel like that's a really good move for them strategically, because a lot of people are getting tired of the Yeezy 350 V2s, like I am myself. I want to see something new, something fresh. I think that's one of the reasons that you know, a lot of the people who were Jordan fans moved to Adidas, because, you know, Adidas was trying something new. So in order to keep up with that trend and keep ahead of, you know, Jordan and you know, just continue levitating their game, they have to come up with new silhouettes. You know, they have to make the new biggest trend and biggest hype. So I think it's a smart move for them to move on with another Yeezy silhouettes to make it like their signature Yeezy silhouettes. So this one's had its hype for this year, but I think for us as a consumer, we're ready to see something new, something different. And I think 2018 will be that year. So let me know what you guys' feedback is on these. Did you cop? Were you able to cop? Did you have problems with the websites? Did your pair from Champs look a little bit different than my pair? And yeah, we will see you guys on the next one. Peace.